Hey viewers, a warm welcome to all to our channel English with BP. This is the 6th video in our spoken English series, and we are discussing types of sentences. In our previous video, we learnt about assertive sentences. What are assertive sentences? Why are they called so? What are the other names of assertive sentences? The types of assertive sentences, namely affirmative and negative. Affirmative means positive and negative sentences, and examples for assertive sentences, etc. we have seen, we have learnt. If anyone wants to watch our previous videos, they can go to playlist and watch all our previous videos there. Let's begin today's class. In today's class, we are going to learn the second type, namely interrogative sentences, and also the third type, imperative sentences. Okay? Interrogative sentences. Interrogative sentences. What do they convey? What does it mean? Interrogative. The word itself says something about interrogation. What is interrogation? Interrogation means something to question. Questioning, to ask a question. For example, that is the interrogative sentences, it has come from the word interrogate. The word interrogative sentences, it has come from the word interrogate, which means to question. So you see, interrogation, suppose for example the police people, they question other persons to get some information from them, some answers from them. For example, a police interrogated a person to know if he had robbed anything from anywhere. Similarly, the income tax people, they interrogate the persons to know if there is any tax evasion. Like that. It need not be a police person, or it need not be an income tax person, or whatever it may be. It is not like that. Any question is a question for that matter. Simply you can ask, what is your name? This is also a question. You are asking someone to know his name. How old are you? Why were you absent yesterday? Why didn't you come yesterday? What is your father? That is also a question. What is your father means something about his profession. You are asking about his father's profession. You can say that my father is a teacher, my father is a driver, my father is a doctor, my father is an engineer, whatever it may be, his profession you will say. So interrogation means to ask, to question a person. That is called interrogation. These interrogative sentences also begin with a capital letter. Every interrogation we have seen in assertive sentences. You remember? Do you remember? Assertive sentence also begins with a capital letter and ends with a full stop there. Whereas these interrogative sentences, they begin with a capital letter and ends with a question mark. Because here we are asking a question. So a question mark is placed at the end of an interrogative sentence. అర్థమవుతుందా? Now, what is your name? Question mark. How old are you? This is also a question. Where did you go? Where did you go? You are asking a person, where did you go? This is also a question. So a question mark is placed at the end of every interrogative sentence. You understand? Now, these interrogative sentences also are of two types. Like assertive sentences. When we learnt about assertive sentences, there also we have seen assertive sentences are of two types. Namely, affirmative sentence and negative sentence. Affirmative means positive, a positive sentence. That is which we are saying in favor of a person. Positively we are responding. So, because my brother helps, say something about like that. My brother helps me in my work. My father helps me in my work. My mother takes care of me. We are saying something positively. So, that is called an affirmative sentence there. Similarly, a sentence can be of negative in nature. So negative means my brother does not help me. Like that we can respond there. There we have seen in assertive sentences. Similarly, in interrogative sentences also we have two types of interrogative sentences. We have two types of interrogative sentences. They are called, number one, first thing is yes or no type interrogative sentences. Yes or no type interrogative sentences. And the second one is WH type of interrogative sentences. You know, yes or no type questions means these questions are framed in such a way that, in such a manner that their answer always begins with either yes or no. For example, if I ask you a question, is your daddy a driver? You have to respond either yes or no. Yes, he is a driver. No, he is not a driver. Or I can ask, is it a Saturday today? You have to say, yes, it's Saturday today. No, it's not Saturday today. Like that, you see, you understand? Like that, anything. So, is your uncle is a doctor? Is your uncle a doctor? Yes, my uncle is a doctor. No, my uncle is not a doctor. These are all called yes, no type questions. Answer always begins with either yes or no. The second type questions, where we can see it begins with either the letter with W or H. The question begins like, for example, what? Question begins with W letter, and that is what, where, why, when, whom, whose, etc., 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 etc. Okay, etc. Like that it begins. For these type of questions, you cannot answer in yes no type. Suppose if I ask you, what is your name? Can you say yes? It's not the answer. So you have to say your name. What is your father? You cannot say yes, no. You have to say, my father is a businessman. My father is a doctor. My father is an engineer. My father, something like that, whatever it may be. You have to respond in such that. Similarly, H, how? Like that, anything. It begins like this. So these are the two types of questions we can see here in interrogative sentence. So we can take that the definition of interrogative sentence here. A sentence that asks a question is called an interrogative sentence. Interrogative means we are asking questions. A sentence that asks. Why we put S here? Why not ask? Why it is only asked? This we will discuss at a later stage. Because always the subject here, sentence, subject is sentence should agree with the verb all the time. That we will discuss at a later stage. Now you take as it is. Okay, a sentence that asks a question. A sentence that asks a question is called an interrogative sentence. Is it clear to viewers? I think it is clear. A sentence that asks a question. Here this is important. You should place question there. You should always place a question there. You should ask a question. Then only it comes under interrogative, because interrogative means interrogation. Interrogation means to ask question. Questioning. Okay? Questioning others. So whenever we ask a question to someone else, that is called interrogative sentences. Okay? That's good. Now let us see some more examples of interrogative sentences. What are all other examples? We'll see and we'll discuss so that you will have a good idea, good clarity. Yes, viewers. These are some of the examples for yes no type questions. Let us go through them one by one. First one. Did Raju come yesterday? Raju means we are talking about Raju. Raju is a third person, so he. Did he come yesterday? You can ask like this. Did he come yesterday? Or you can put his name also. You can use his name also. Did Raju come yesterday? Your answer must be either yes or no. Yes, he came yesterday. No, he did not come yesterday. You have to say either in yes form or no form. No other option. So this is first example. Second, are you going to office today? You have to answer yes, I am going to office today. No, I am not going to office today. Like that. Is it a Sunday today? Yes, it's a Sunday today. No, it's not a Sunday today. It's not Sunday. Was he absent yesterday? Was he present yesterday? You can ask like that also. Yes, he came yesterday. He was present yesterday. No, he was absent yesterday. Are you interested in watching movie today? Are you interested in watching a movie today? ఈ రోజు సినిమా చూద్దామా మనం? చూడటం ఇంట్రెస్ట్ ఉందా? Yes, I am interested. Or you can say no, I am not interested in watching a movie today. So you can say either yes or no. So, shall we visit a doctor now? Shall we go to a doctor now? Shall we visit a doctor now means what? Shall we go to a doctor now? You can say yes, let's go to a doctor now. Let's visit a doctor now. Or you can say no, I'm not interested. No, we don't go doctor. We don't go to a doctor now. Does she study well? Yes, she studies well. Or no, she does not study well. You can say either yes, you can use either yes or no. Do they often fight with each other? Do they often fight with each other? Yes, they fight with each other very frequently. No, they don't fight with each other. You can say either in yes form or no. Yes or no you have to use. Am I clear in my explanation? I am asking you now. Am I clear in my explanation? You can say yes, you are clear in your explanation. Or you can say no, it's not clear. You are not clear. Not up to the mark in your explanation. You can say anything. Or you can say yes, it's clear. You are clear in your explanation. Next, may I come in, sir? You are asking a question. May I come in, sir? I say yes, come in. Or no, you have to wait there for some more time. Like that. Similarly, last one. Are you a driver? Are you a driver? I am asking. The person has to respond in yes or no form. He has to use either yes or no. Yes, I am a driver. Or no, I am not a driver. Like that. Is it clear? Is your father a driver? You will say, yes, my father is a driver. No, my father is not a driver. Either. So all these are, similarly you can say, are you ready? Yes, I am ready. No, I am not ready yet. So you can use like this. Are you interested in learning spoken English? Yes, I am interested in learning spoken English. Yes, we are interested in learning spoken English. You have to use either yes or no. Your answer must begin with either yes or no. So these are the examples for like that you can frame any number of questions. Their answer will begin always with either yes or no. Now, at the same time, similarly, we can watch now some more things using WH type questions. We will see some more examples using WH answer, how to frame WH questions now. Let us see. For these WH type questions, you cannot say answer with yes or no. You cannot begin your answer with yes or no. It's not possible. You have to give a clear answer. Okay, let's start. Yes, viewers. Now, here we have some of the examples for WH type questions. We have seen earlier yes no type questions. Now, these are the examples for WH type questions. So let us go through one by one. What are they? First one, what is your name? So now, have you seen the difference? Unlike yes no type questions, these WH type questions cannot be answered in yes or no. You cannot start your answer with yes, no, like that. You cannot start. You cannot use the words yes sir, no sir, you cannot use. You have to give a clear-cut answer, a full explanation you have to give. That are called WH type questions. So, what is your name? When I ask you what is your name, what you reply? So, my name is so and so. My name is. You have to answer. Similarly, what is your father? When I ask you what is your father, you have to give the answer. My father is a doctor. Okay, my father is an actor. Like that, something you have to do. Why were you absent yesterday? When I ask you why were you absent yesterday, you have to give the reason. You cannot say, yes sir, I was absent yesterday. I know you are absent yesterday. You were absent yesterday. I am asking the reason why were you absent yesterday. So you have to give the explanation, reason for that. Similarly, why are you looking tense today? You are looking so tense today. What happened? I am asking you. So you have to give. I am a little disturbed today. Something happened. Some quarrel happened in the office or something personal problem. You have to give some explanation here. Similarly, whom did he marry? Whom did he marry? I am asking. You have to give the name. Whom did he marry? If you know, you have to give the name. You have to answer that. When do they leave India? Leave, L-E-A-V-E, leave. L-E-A-V-E, leave means they are going out of, they are leaving the place. That is, they are quitting the place, they are leaving the place. Okay? They are moving from this place. That is the meaning of leave. L-E-A-V-E, leave. Leave means they are moving out. Okay? Moving away. When do they leave India? That means when they are going to leave India, when they are going to move out of India. Okay, that means you have to say some in the month of February, in the month of April, in the month of September, something like that. When did you return from Delhi? I'm asking you, when did you return from Delhi? Oh, I returned in the month of March. You have to answer like that. See, here one thing you note, I'm asking, when did you return from Delhi? I'm asking you. I'm asking you, when did you return from Delhi? Please remember one thing here. When you use this word return, don't use again back. This is wrong. Don't use the term because return itself says that return means coming back. Some people say, I have returned back in the morning. I have returned back yesterday. Don't use the word return back. Return itself says return means coming back. So again you don't use the word back. Okay? Otherwise you have to ask like this. When did you come back from Delhi? You can ask like that. When did you come back? That means when you came back. That is possible. But when you use the word return, immediately along with the return, don't use the word back. Return itself says back. Inbuilt meaning, that is. Okay. So don't use return back. Okay. That take care, that is one thing. So you should not use the word back along with the return. So when did you return from Delhi? I am asking you. So You have to answer, I returned in the month of, say some April, some September, what is the exact figure? That is you have to say. Whom do you want to meet? So whom do you want to meet? You have to say the name of the person whom you want to meet. How is Mr. Rajan today? I am asking. How is Mr. Rajan today? How is he? That means his health condition. I am asking. Is he okay? Is he alright? Is he fine? Is he recovering from his illness? I am asking like that. So how is he means, what about his health condition? I am inquiring about his health condition. How old is he? So you have to say, he is 72 years old, he is 80 years old. What is this? Like that. You have to answer like that. Whose book is this? Next is, whose book is this? You have to say the name of the person if you know. That means, which is your favorite dish? You can say any curry or anything you have to name. But you cannot say yes. You cannot start the answer with yes. No, you cannot start. Unlike yes, no type questions, these WH questions cannot begin with yes or no answers. Okay? Similarly, whom do you like? What do you like? I can ask like that. Okay? Then you have to ask, give the explanation, not like this. It is clear? So, students, today we have learnt about interrogative questions, interrogative sentences. Interrogative means, this word interrogative, this it has come from this interrogate, from the word interrogate. Interrogate means interrogation. We can say interrogation. Interrogation means to question, to ask a question. Okay? That means when we put a question to someone else, when we ask some question to gain some answer, to get some answers, then it is called an interrogative sentence. These interrogative sentences begin with a capital letter and ends with a question mark. Any interrogative sentence you take that begins with a capital letter and ends with a question mark. Okay? A question mark is placed at the end of every interrogative sentence. This question marks you can see anywhere. Okay? That is important. And these interrogative sentences are of two types. One is yes no type questions, second one is WH type questions. WH means it starts with the letter either W or H. That is what you think. We have seen this. So I thought of completing imperative sentences also today, but I'm little scared the video becomes very lengthy. So let me put a full stop here. Let me stop here. We'll see the imperative sentences in our next video. Okay? Thank you, students. Thank you.